Alright, so I play against this player in leagues a lot, and they have almost always played this Death Shadow list. Almost always. You think they're on shops? I have almost never seen them not play Death Shadow. Oh, shops play down the street. Yeah, this is what I've always seen my opponent play. This exact list. They rarely change it as well. All right, on the play, round 6th and final round of the Vintage Challenge with Bizarre PO versus probably Death Shadow. Win and in. Man, this is such a sad hand because if we Merchant Scroll, which is the correct play to make on this, we're gonna get hit by the 4 Thoughtseize deck. Like, almost guaranteed to get smacked by Thoughtseize. Like, this is supposed to be a keep, right? Like, this is, like, you're supposed to keep this hand. But we're almost assuredly just gonna get wrecked by Thoughtseize. I don't think I can make... I mean, Death Shadow's an Ancestral deck. Any deck that plays Ancestral has game. Yeah, if I had 2 Moxen, then I could just go Moxen, Academy, Ancestral. I think I'm keeping this, and I think I'm casting Merchant Scroll for Ancestral, and I'm just going to be really sad when it doesn't work out, okay? And I think I am playing this Academy. The reason I'm doing so is if they have a Wasteland, they can Wasteland me. Well, maybe not. Hold on. 4 Thoughtseize. 4 Wasteland. One day, I just have to. Maybe I'm gonna go Island in a Merchant Scroll for Ancestral. I'm not allowed to mulligan this, unfortunately. Island Walks Go also doesn't save me because then they just Thoughtseize the Merchant Scroll. Maybe they're more likely to. Maybe they're more likely to play a Deathrite Shot. Ooh, what about maybe Island Walks Go is better. Do we get to hold up Repeal for Deathrite Shaman? I'm actually in on this. And then next turn we can scroll for Ancestral. Let's do that. Let's do that. This play sounds better. No. I think Island Repeal makes the most sense here. They have Brainstorm off of... Okay, they didn't have Brainstorm. Every time someone goes Sapphire Brainstorm into a fetch land in Vintage, I cry on the inside. Cry. Alright, all I want to see is fetch Deathrite Shaman. That's what I need to see from my opponent. Fetch Deathrite Shaman. Please be Deathrite Shaman. Please don't be Thoughtseize. Deathrite Shaman, please. Fuck! I can't win, chat. I can't win. Maybe I'm supposed to like put the Ancestral. I don't think I'm supposed to put the Ancestral. Should I repeal here? Repeal, like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to use my repeal now, though. I don't know if I want to use my repeal now. It's gonna be really good later. I think I'm supposed to, though. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Riddlesmith. Oh, I should have played around Daze. I didn't play around the 1 Daze in their deck. Alright, I'm not gonna play around it then. I didn't know which land I wanted, which was the real reason I didn't play around Daze. Okay. So I can just cast this, right? I don't need to put the Bazaar into play or anything. Three mana Hollow one. I think I'm just gonna ditch this Bazaar. Repeal's another nice draw. 2 repeals, baby. Alright, so we have 6 power, which is nice. We have a repeal for a Death Shadow, which is nice. We've got a bunch of mana. We got some stuff going on. Okay. Even though we lost our Ancestral, it's okay. Who's the beatdown? Let's see what happens. It's okay. They're gonna definitely take some damage, so there's no need to worry about that one. They're a Death Shadow deck. Like they got to do something. I can't. We drew the second repeal is actually really good in this matchup. Pretty lucky. I do like how we played it though. I think you need to like find some answers. So I probably should have played around Days, even though they only play 1 Days, which I think is insane, by the way. I think there's no reason that Death Shadow shouldn't play like 3 Dazes or something insane. I just can't imagine. Like, there's got to be something you can change in this deck list to get more Dazes in. We gotta be a little careful of like a Snuff Out or a Dismember, I think. But I can't really do anything about it, so. I don't really want to make a Death Shadow deck. It's not really my thing anymore. I did like at some point playing Tempo in Legacy. But I don't know. I never had a lot of success with the Death Shadow version. If I were to be forced to play Legacy online tomorrow, I would probably like play ninjas or something. So they're demonicking and they have a wasteland for. So they did have a wasteland. So what is this demonic for? Is it for a Snuff Out or is it for a Death Shadow? You know I made ninjas in Vintage, right? That was a sick video. That is one of my best content as well. Ninjas was good content. Urza was pretty good content. Yeah, the deck does suck. So they did demonic for Snuff Out here, which I can't really do anything about, so. Alright, we lost our Academy. We lost our Hollow One. What else we got? I drew another Hollow One. So, shit. Oh man, the problem was if they play a Death Shadow and I use my repeal to play my Hollow One, then I don't have a repeal for their stupid Death Shadow. I know that I can repeal my Mox here. I just don't know if it's right. I think it is though. I'm a little wary of getting like Death Shadowed here and not being able to attack, but I do miss Companions. Companions were great. I'm not doing too bad now. I'm pretty happy streamer currently. This deck is a lot of fun to play. Luris did make me less salty though, because I thought the games were better. I don't even think I won that. Oh my god, they forced it. You really forced this? So is their last card just Death Shadow? Is that what's happening? Alright. I'm gonna cycle this Hollow One, I think. I could just wait one turn, and if I draw an artifact, that I can play it. I feel like I'm supposed to cycle, though. I cycle a lot in this deck. There's nothing that I can play on this turn besides a land. But if I were to hit like Bazaar, I would want to activate it. If I draw any Moxen next turn, I can just cast a Hollow One. But is casting a Hollow One good if they have a Death Star? If their last card in hand is Death Shadow? All right, I'm gonna wait. I can choose to do this later, I guess. I think I'm supposed to hold this Hollow One. It's a little awkward. So I assume this is a 5/5 Death Shadow. Probe. Okay. Preordain. Bottom is a good one. Death Shadow. Thoughtseize. Alright, I'm gonna cycle this. Obviously, they can hit the card I cycle, but I might hit a land. Alright, sure. Alright, they're at 4. They have no cards. What? That force on repeal was so aggressive. If they don't hit a creature, they die. Does it matter? Yeah, I should just dip a card. I found the Time Walk, chat. Fortunately, I don't have the land for it. So I don't think it will matter. I don't have the mana to PO. I guess I should go Lotus PO. So that next turn I could PO if I wanted to. I guess I can draw through. Wait, so if I... No. Wait, if I... Hold on, let's think about this. If I top on top, cast Lotus, it cycles the top away. It doesn't do it. I don't want to do that either. So next turn, if I cast Lotus, I would just choose not to cycle and then PO. I guess. I don't think any of this super matters, but I think they're just going to die to this Riddlesmith because opponent's at 2 life and I have a 2/1. Preordained for Death Shadow. Bottom. Let's go! 2/1 beatdown! Alright, okay. That was an aggressive play from our opponent. I like how we played the game, though. I do like how we played that match. Alright, chat. Opponent is going to bring in maybe Grafdigger's Cage, maybe Hurkyl's Recall, maybe Null Rod, maybe Energy Flux, Dispute, maybe Leyline. I don't know which one opponent is going to get. I don't know how opponent's going to do this. I think it makes a lot of sense to put a Blightsteel over a Citadel. Does that make sense? I don't need Karakas. I probably want Flusterstorm, and I probably want Push. And that's what I'm thinking about. Obviously, Repeal is the nuts in this matchup. They're on Mad Wastelands. Maybe we just, like, don't even want this, and then... Like, how much Hollow... I think we do want the Hollow One package in this matchup, right? No Leovolds, I don't think. I think we just want Fluster Push. Yeah, but we could go wide, too, is what I'm thinking. I think maybe we just don't want Vault Key. Opponent's gonna bring in, like, a bunch of Null Rods and Decays and Fluxes. So maybe it just doesn't make sense to have Vault Key in our deck. That makes sense, chat? What do you think about that? I don't know if we want Blightsteel. Maybe we want the choice. We might want the choice. We could easily keep both. What other card do we pitch, though? I don't think we need the map. I don't think we need the map. All right, let's try this. Let's take out some of these vulnerable artifacts. Let's give ourselves the ability to go Blightsteel or Bolus, and then bring in some just like generic good cards for the matchup. Leave Key for unblockable. Fuck, you're right, maybe. Maybe. Then I would want to leave both. I could always like cut Probe. If I was gonna leave Key, I would leave Vault as well. So you would have to pick 2 cards for me to cut. I think I'm gonna just try this for this game. Yeah, I'm not gonna bring in Key without Vault, I don't think. So here we have a Hollow One Forcible hand, okay. If we get Thoughtseize, we get a little sad, I guess. Opponent is a Deathrite Shaman deck, which is annoying. but they're down to 4 cards here. Bottom top. Thoughtseize, I assume? No, demonic. I'm just gonna force this demonic. This could get dazed, obviously, but okay. They have 1 daze and they hit it. Certainly not good for me. This assume gets ancestral then. We could have waited and then just played an island, passed, and had an island for force. Playing around 1 daze is like really dumb in my opinion. Like if they're on 3 dazes, I certainly don't make that play. I don't know if maybe I was too aggressive. I just don't see myself playing island go next turn, so I mean that's a pretty good draw. Because I could go Smith. I think they should be on like 3 dazes, but so maybe I would have just had a jet and I would have been able to pay. Basically, they're a Flusterstorm deck, right? I guess they're fucking not a Fluster. What I was worried about, Akash, is them untapping and going Ancestral with Flusterstorm back up. But maybe that was not what I was supposed to be worried about here. Should I play this Riddlesmith now, or should I go for a Bizarre activation and just play a hollow one? Oh, I think I'm supposed to just go for Bizarre. Nice. Daredevil, Bizarre, Island, I assume. Obviously, Island can't get wastelanded, but it doesn't matter. I have to get a little greedy. Valerian Academy is just such a better card. Yep, they got Ancestral off their Demonic. They're back up to 6 cards that we don't know. This game, we're really far behind right now. Five, 6 unknowns after this. We didn't get wastelanded this turn, though, which means we do have some more action. I would like to draw like a Moxen off the top. I guess if we get Thoughtseize, that changes. But they might just play Death Shadow here. No Death Shadow here. I mean, they have Dismember. It must mean they have Dismember, right? Yeah. Is there any chance I'm supposed to activate Bizarre now? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I need the extra card to make better decisions. That's a terrible card. I lose out on my Academy mana, which is pretty bad. I think I'm supposed to activate Bizarre. So that's interesting. Alright, it's definitely these. And then what is my last card to pitch, though? I guess it's just Force. Because we're playing out the Riddlesmith this turn. Without a doubt. And so I guess we'll just leave the ability to scroll for Repeal or Ancestral. Definitely want to play Riddlesmith this turn, though. I do lose on that 1 mana loss because they lost my hollow one was really bad for me. I wouldn't have drawn that Force off of the activation of Bizarre because it was the 3rd card down. I got another Force of Will and a Stubborn Denial from my opponent. Okay. Brainstorm 2. Yeah, opponent is just really Xeroxing me out this game. There's too many restricted blue cards. I can't keep up with my Bizarre. Maybe they'll Brainstorm lock themselves here. Seems unlikely. So one thing that could happen is if they play like one Death Shadow, what we could do is like draw a Moxen, cast a Daredevil, and if they don't have like an answer, maybe we can untap and scroll repeal or something. I think we have some outs to this game. They had fetch land too. Okay, are you gonna go to 3? No, they're gonna go to 5. Another blue spell, another preordain, I guess. Wow. At least they haven't cast any delve spells, I guess. I can be happy about that. Bottom. I don't want them to Thoughtseize me still. Alright. Paid mana for probe is good for us. So now if they have Thoughtseize, they're definitely going to take this scroll. Is Tassiger? Oh, okay. Alright. So any Moxen or land here is pretty good. Okay. So I can either Mana Vault Daredevil, or I can Mana Vault Scroll Ancestral, which sounds better to me. Obviously, they could have Force or Misstep, but I guess if they have Misstep, they would misstep this Vault, so. They are paused, though, so maybe they just have Force of Will. I could also... No, I'm one short on PO. Maybe I was supposed to activate Bazaar first, because I was going to get a land drop. If they have Force, they have Force. Like, I'm not going to be able to do anything about it, right? So... I'm just going to get Ancestral and jam, chat. Obviously, my Daredevil and my Bazaar activation are much better if I have an Ancestral resolving, because then I'm doing 4 up to 6. They had misstep the whole time. They should just misstep this vault. They shouldn't hold it there. I don't think I'm allowed to actually activate this Bazaar, even though it's advantage, because I think next turn I'm going to need to be able to look 1 card deeper. Alright, they're at 3 life, 1 card left, 2 cards now. They should definitely just misstep my vault, though, I think. This gives me an extra mana for no reason. Obviously, I take some damage, but it doesn't really help the clock that much. Yeah, I just activate this Bazaar. Okay. I'm just gonna get this the Riddlesmith into play, I think. I'm currently not on a clock where I'm dying. Okay. I go to 8 and then to 7 and then to 2 and then to 1. Alright, so I don't know, I have options here. It lets me draw Time Walk as an out as well. That is true. It's true. What is the opponent tanking on here? What can they possibly have? Force of Will? Are they looking to force this? I don't know. Oh. I can't cast Daredevil, so it doesn't do anything for me. Cost 4 mana. Alright, they found a green source. I'm definitely taking this. They might have like Abrupt Decay. That would put them at 2, though. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Devil cost 4 mana, and I had 3 mana this turn. So, I definitely would have rather played the Daredevil than the Riddlesmith, for sure. I got nothing, my dude. Make a play. Oh, you're right. I should have definitely kept... Well... Yeah, I should have kept Opal. You're totally right. Maybe. No, I should have kept Opal. What am I doing? You're totally right. That was a big punt. If I keep Opal, I return the Daredevil with Opal, and I cast the Daredevil. Oh, it's so bad. Why did no one say anything? Where's my competitive advantage, chat? Yeah, no, that was a bad play. That's a lethal attacker. That's much better. That was such a misplay. Holy shit. No, I knew I could. No, I didn't forget that it could be cast. I didn't think I had the mana to cast it, but I forgot that I could return it with this opal though. Oh, big misplay. Super big misplay. It's much better than this. It's not much better, but it's a lot better. It's like much better. No, okay, so the thing that this plays around is it does play around Stubborn Denial, which we do know our opponent has in their deck. Because they could Stubborn Denial our Opal and we don't get back our Daredevil. I don't think that matters though. I think it's just correct to play Opal, return Daredevil, cast Daredevil. I think we just fucked up. That's a pretty big punt. Nope, because there's like nothing we can do here that is ever going to activate this Riddlesmith, I think. We have to draw 2 cards somehow. You know? It was just a really bad play. I don't know. I should probably activate Bazaar in my upkeep so that I can hit another Daredevil. I'm gonna probably hit Time Walk or something. Oh my god, chat. I would have loved that. Alright, Time Walk, baby. Lotus. That's not a bad one, actually. Let's see what happens when we cast. Do we cast it first? Lotus is actually a good draw here, because we get to play our Daredevil. Now, do we cast it before or after we attack? We can't die here. I think we just want to attack first. We can't ever die to this Angler this turn, unless they draw their Time Walk, obviously. Now they can't Force of Will. I will activate Riddlesmith, though, in case I drew another Daredevil. If this resolves, which it did, I actually don't even have to crack it. I just cast this Daredevil. What can they do? They can't attack, because we have 2 attackers. They can't get a green source, so they can't Abrupt Decay. We're kind of in a good spot here. So the upside of... This is actually the upside of not casting Daredevil last turn. This is the upside of not casting Daredevil. By not casting Daredevil, we were able to play a Daredevil this turn and have double creature. Obviously, we hit a 0 drop off the top and got very lucky, right? But this is the upside to doing the Riddlesmith line, and it is a legitimate upside. We didn't have to draw Lotus. We could have drawn any artifact. Any 0 drop artifact would have worked there. Even would a hollow one have worked there? No. I mean, a hollow one would have worked because it would have been a hollow one, so... He is not in our deck, stop it. Alright, so opponent can't fetch. Opponent can't force. Opponent can't snuff out. I guess they can snuff out. They can just hard cast snuff out on Riddlesmith. But they can't attack. They still have a couple Preordains in their deck, I assume. 3 Preordains left in their deck. If they hit any of the Delve spells, it's really bad for us. If they hit Gush, it's really bad for us. If they hit Null Rod, it's not a big deal. I think we're... Oh, they could have Brazen Borrower, though. They could have Brazen Borrower. But they can't cast Brazen Borrower and bounce. So that's good. If they just bounce Daredevil, attack... They can't do that, because they have to hold back still, because Borrower only blocks flyers. So they still have to hold back. I don't think it's gonna matter. Though next turn is a good turn to untap the vault because I don't think we're doing anything. I don't know. If we draw another Daredevil, we really want to cast it. Hey, Silver. Or is it Sliver? It's Sliver. It's going all right. It's going okay. We're not having a bad day. That's for sure. I think we've run very hot today. And I think we've actually, like, there's been a couple punts, but I think besides, like, the very obvious punts we made, I think we played very well today. Like, you'll see it a lot when I tweet on bad days, but I acknowledge when I play terribly, and I do play terribly in challenges a lot. All right, so they had Borrower. I think they used this at the wrong time. Okay, so we get a Riddlesmith, which is great because we get the Bizarre activation. We made this deck this week, didn't we? Or maybe, I think we made this deck this week. Narset. Okay. This is bad. They hit Cruise. Alright, well, opponent fucking lit us up, alright? Narset into Cruise off of Borrower. We wish we had Key. Man. Opponent fucked our day over right there. Holy crap. We can't do shit. Opponent can't attack, though. Opponent can't attack still. I don't think we're untapping Vault now, though. That's for sure. I think we need to just... I guess we have a Lotus. Maybe we can untap Vault. No, we need to play... I guess if we untap and we can play Riddlesmith off of Lotus. GG's. I thought we had a great match. What the fuck is this? Does this mean they have Lotus? I don't care. Whatever. Like, I take it. They must have Lotus Walk, right? That's the only way this makes sense. That doesn't do it. They can't fetch. Oh, they have Death Shadow. Alright, we just draw Repeal then, I guess. Yeah, this went really poorly. I'm definitely not gonna untap. I need all my mana. I have to draw Repeal, I think, is the only out, or... I think Repeal is my only out. I just go for Repeal, right? There's no reason to go for Yogwell. Fucking go! Yes! 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 Oh. Let's go, chat. Hype.